Okay, we are here at the Reagan Library and Museum, the Presidential Library, and we're going to do an overview of all the things you can do and see here, all the stuff you need to know, like parking and what kind of exhibits they have and what rules they have and what you can eat, where you can eat, and all the things that make it family friendly and interesting. So here, let's go. When you enter, you get to see the presidential seal, and there is the portrait. Here's another sculpture, this time of both of them, President and Nancy Reagan.
Powerful room in the world.
Mr. President, your cabinet meeting will be starting shortly.
Thanks. Welcome to the Oval Office.
So you get to see a replica of the Oval Office, which is really kind of fun. So it's you get to see in. You can't go and sit on the couch, unfortunately, but you can see the president's desk.
There's only 5 in the museum.
Okay, this is one of the coolest things at any museum, but especially any museum here in LA. This is an entire airplane inside of a room in a museum. And not just an airplane, you're gonna get to see. There's some of the limousines, the presidential motorcade. We'll get down there and see it too, but Marine One, which is the helicopter too. It's this enormous, enormous room. And what's super fun is you can go into Air Force One, so we're gonna do that next. And as you're about to enter the plane, you can get
As you move over to your left side as much as possible, you're gonna do a big outside arm wave.
So what's extra fun is that you get to walk into the actual plane and see it, and so we're gonna walk through. Okay, so we're heading in to Air Force One. So it's funny, there's like a printer thing there. I don't understand that, but anyway, this is the cockpit. Very compact. It looks really small to me.
Hello.
Hi, and then come through, and this has to be a communication center, I presume.
Correct.
And it says Stateroom 1. Presumably the president worked in here, but could also take a nap and sit comfortably. And then if we walk through the rest of the plane, there's another view of the stateroom. Here's sort of a working area. Of course, there are jelly beans. And then here's another area that people could sit and work. And then just some regular seating back here. As you walk through the plane, see all the things inside it, which is kind of fun that you get to go in. Now this is the kitchen area, the galley, and apparently they always had a cake because he wanted to be able to celebrate people's birthdays and anniversaries. And you can see the presidential, can't see it well, but that's presidential tableware. I have to support this cake idea. Thumbs up. So now we get to see Marine One, which is the presidential helicopter, just underneath Air Force One. So cool. And we get to go inside, so we're gonna check that out. Okay, so this is Marine One, which was the presidential helicopter. And there, of course, there still is one. But so we're going in. Very low ceiling, duck down, and this is the cockpit. It seems very bare bones. It's not a luxury item. And this is where you would sit. Oh, there's the presidential seal. We do not sit when we're looking at it, but that's where they sat. And then pretty small. Just for quick trips maybe. That's Marine One. This is so fun because there's a plane right here and you're standing under the wings. I mean, come on, what a big room. We're here in the Air Force One pavilion. This is a giant mural that goes around on the second floor. Kind of awesome. And again, if you're into airplanes, or maybe your kids are, you're gonna love this. So here are some of the cars from the presidential motorcade. This one says Gipper, because of course that was his nickname. So there's like a traditional limo, and then the police escorts. So this is something your kids probably will love. This is a presidential portrait. Sorry, there's glare on it, but it's made of jelly beans. Come on. So in the main galleries, you're gonna see exhibits that show what it was like, how he grew up, and before he became president. And there's audio recordings playing in the background, and video and photos of his life.
I really believe that what happened next wasn't up to me. It was up to the people.
I'm here tonight.
Elected president in 1980.
Nomination for president of the United States.
On a man-to-man basis, without hate or hostility.
Of course, no visit to the Reagan Library would be complete without seeing the Berlin Wall exhibit, which is in apparently Gallery B. So. This is like the cowboy gallery, and there's a horse that is very short, so you could get up and sit on it, I think. I'm gonna try. So there's a statue of President Reagan here at the library, and apparently his middle name was Wilson. I did not know that. He was the 40th president of the United States. And then over here on the same sort of plaza, there's a sculpture of Nancy Reagan, his wife, and the First Lady. And it's on a bench where you could sit down next to her. So just so you know. And then here we are. By the way, the library is located in Simi Valley, and it's on these enormous grounds, and you have a big view of the surrounding area. Sorry, it's a cloudy day today. So this is a portion of the Berlin Wall that came down during Reagan's presidency here at the Reagan Library. So this is another statue at the Reagan Library. The sun's starting to break through the clouds today. This is down near the Air Force One pavilion. This is a bonus Nighthawk stealth fighter here at the Reagan Library. Look at this. There's also an F-14 fighter jet on display and an Abrams tank. Okay, so this is the Gippers. It's a cafe, and you can have lunch and snacks, and they have lots of things to eat. The cafe dining room overlooks what appears to be press conference area and where they make announcements. You can sit inside or outside. So this is the view from the patio. You can eat lunch out here or inside. And look at this beautiful view. It's getting sunnier. So it wouldn't be a museum without a gift shop. Lots of things, lots of merch, including jelly beans. Lots and lots of jelly beans. Lots and lots of free parking here at the Reagan Library and Museum. Just gonna show you up here. There's 2 sets here of parking areas, so ample. Okay, so just a couple of extra details I want to make sure everyone knows. Plenty of restrooms and accessible, and the changing tables, things like that we need. Then very stroller accessible, the whole museum. There are elevators in some cases when you need it, and there are also traveling exhibits. So sometimes there's a special exhibit like the Dead Sea Scrolls, or apparently there's one about cowboys coming up. So lots of things to see and do at the Reagan Library.